Disperse! Nothing to see here, please!
Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Welcome back to Shovel Knight, Spector of Torment. So last episode we got King Knight, and we also got very close to beating Horace's minigame, and I want to do it again. We'll move on to other stuff. Not when I'm done, but not when I'm beating it, but when I'm done. I may give up while doing it, but I gotta do it again. I gotta do it. I got so goddamn close last episode. I know I can do it. I didn't go for the mana, well, darkness, but if I'd went for that, I'd be at the top by the end of the last episode. Unlike at the bottom, which I am now. This very well may be the full episode. Full transparency. So you can probably skip this one. Truth be told. Wouldn't want you wasting time on just me dying. However, if you don't want to skip it, I will do my very best not to sit here in silence, muttering to myself about various defeats, and will attempt to provide commentary whilst I climb. You loyal violin, you. I'm so annoyed by those. Oh dear. There's a specific one, I think it will come up. This one right here, I am so irritated by. I don't know why, but it gets me. I think it's you gotta time. Wowza. It's faster just to hold the direction on that instead of jumping individually, which I did not do. I forgot. And again, I feel like you should be able to slash on those, but I cannot seem to get it through my skull that the game doesn't function like that. Ooh, that was luck. I didn't want to have to use the plume on that. I could probably use the claw. I feel like that would be a waste of darkness. Anywho, the commentary I promised. I don't think I've mentioned this on Captain's Logs. And I suppose that's another thing I can mention. Oh, piss. But I've... whatever, just run. I swear I did mention it. I got like a huge tub of peanut butter because the store I go to was out of the normal peanut butter I get. Which is annoying, and I calculated it, so it's a kilogram of peanut butter compared to the normal free 40 grams I get. But it's, and the oh dear, free 40 I get is 99 pence, or 99 cents, or whatever. Oh dear, I didn't have the plume to do that. It's 99 cents, and then this like tub I have is free 99. So it's quadruple the price, but only triple the amount, which annoys me. And even then, it's just kind of like... It's a space issue. It's a huge tub of peanut butter. It's like I got it from Costco. I didn't. I just got it from the regular store I go to. So I've got it just in... Funny enough, inside a pot. Should have gone with the skeleton. That was a time waste. So fast. Alright. And the other thing I wanted to mention regarding Captain's Logs is I kind of save a lot of anecdotes for that unintentionally. Well, not unintentionally, but like... I used to have a lot more stories on episodes, but since doing Captain's Logs, I've noticed I have a... Oh dear, have it! Okay, just use it. Of saving them specifically for that. So playthroughs are getting less and less anecdotes. Captain's Log is hogging all of them. Oh, come on. Hoochie mama. That's another thing I can talk about. Go for this, that's what shot us down last time! Mother... So... Some violence have noted it in the comments, but yes, as of late, I have somehow started saying Hoochie Mama in turn of, I don't know, like, oh my god. Just when I'm startled. And apparently there's some character in Deltarune that says that. My friends have noted this too. So there's this guy that says that. Apparently. And I don't know who that is. But people want me to voice him. But... So, oh no, it was my friend was confused how I knew about Hoochie Mama, the phrase, but not the character that says it, and that's because I didn't know it from him, I knew it from Seinfeld. It was specifically the Serenity Now episode, because Kramer says it a couple times throughout the series. But specifically that one is really what cemented it as part of my vocabulary. I think I've also said Serenity Now on the channel a few times. But if you're wondering, that's where it comes from, not the guy from the game. Which people also want me to play. And maybe. I think I've spoken about that before on the... Oh yeah, the Q&A. I'll play it if I play it. I may not. That's annoying. If I play it, I'll only play it when the entire game is out. I'm not going to do it chapter to chapter. But I've not really kept up with anything. I only know minimal stuff, and even then, that minimal stuff doesn't go past chapter 2. Because there's this knight character that my friend mentioned when he was like, how do you know about that phrase but not that character? Anyhow, I'm running out of things to talk about to fill the time. Oh, yes. Whatever. I don't think you can specifically, like, gain height from doing those. You can slash them to do away with them, but you can't slash them to rise like the purple variants that was in King Knight stage. so that's irritating. Yeah, take it slow. Don't rely on the damn plume for such an easy jump like that. And that one was just, I didn't hit it in time. But I can absolutely do this. Got so close last time. Not last time, but maybe like one of the early attempts. Dum. Oh, piss. Oh! I know, I'm being quiet, I'm sorry. I can only focus on so many things, but I promised commentary. Yeah, faster to jump! Hesitation always gets you. What's the darkest dungeon quote? Hesitation is... I don't know the darkest dungeon quote. I don't remember it. I can't even remember any Darkest Dungeon quote. It's been... How many years has it been since I even played Darkest Dungeon? I never finished it. And I think the Little Nightmares was like the first game on the channel I finished. Way back. But there were several games I started before that. Although Darkest Dungeon isn't really a game you commonly finish. It's pretty long. But I've seen it done, and I wanted to do it. Maybe I'll go back to it one day. Ha! But yeah, what was the... It was... Uh-oh. I certainly remember... Jump King. Battle Block Theater. If you do it at the wrong angle, it just screws it all up. Jump King, Battle Block Theater. Getting Over at Bennett Foddy, which there's a long series on that. Maybe I will go back to that. I did promise I would. I never let it be said I'm not a man of my word. A few others I honestly cannot remember. Oh! An interesting one. Should've gone to the skeleton last time, going it this time. Tales of Iron. That was played for the channel, and we got a decent bit through the story. But never finished. So... if that one guy that's always voting for it so desperately wants to see me play it, which we will eventually. I'm not going to take it off the vote. I want to have it... Like, everything you see on the votes will be played eventually. It's like how Riddler is Riddler. Oh, piss. Yeah, you can't move while... Alright. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to walk forward while slashing so I could just get to him, but you can't walk forward while slashing. You just stand still slashing. But it's like how Riddler's Riddler. It's not going to be done... It might not be done soon, but it will be done eventually. Have I ever mentioned how much of a pain those things are to edit? I've made a bunch of like assets since starting the series, because the first few ones did not have assets, and they took so long to edit. I don't know how I found the motivation to continue doing that, but I honestly dread editing those. I enjoy doing the show, but it really is like a work of passion above all else. People want me to do other villains, and I say this every time, but I cannot bring myself to begin, like, I say researching is like the main thing, is what prevents me from doing that, but it's editing. I would not be able to edit a how Penguin is Penguin. I couldn't bring myself to do that. I think Penguin's a fun character, but he's not a character that I enjoy to the point where I will devote, like, hours of my time and meticulously, whatever, go through, like, files, and it's basically like a matching game, because I have all, like, this is the clip to play when he breaks a rule, this is the clip to play when he doesn't break a rule, or whatever. And then the rules on screen, which those used to be a really big issue. For some goddamn reason, I've only gotten an asset for the rules on screen up until recently. For the longest time, I had to write those individually. Holy. Each one. So, it's at least a little easier to edit, but it is still a headache to do. Finding Riddlers has gotten easier as the series went along, because obviously people are like giving me ones they want to see done, which I will get to, of course. Oh my god. Jumping from the other side wasn't enough, so I think I did have to do like a weird wall jump to that one. So yeah, no, this is just the entire video. Looking at the time. Hope you've enjoyed it if you've watched this far. Hope the promised commentary was prevalent enough and interesting enough to warrant me making basically the same mistakes over and over again. I gotta go till he jumps off the wall. I always forget that. That's another thing that makes those guys so irritating. Or that particular section so irritating. We've reached the stars. Oh, come on! No, 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 no! Fun. Almost. Again, the same mistakes. Because I didn't run off the wall till he was done. I didn't even intend to do that. That was just cool. I am somewhat annoyed that they have, like, right and wrong ways to go. So it kind of turns into a memory game as well. Well, how about that? Come on. That's on me! I got stuck in the top corner. But that's a tech, I suppose you could call it, that I will not be able to replicate. What you're meant to do with those guys, but I can never seem to get it done. How long do you think this track is? I wonder how many times it's looped. It's probably a few minutes. The soundtrack is just really good. But I feel like maybe sometimes they'll have the issue that the song played, I didn't do the thing, is during a section that is so short you can't listen to the full thing. Which reminds me of I think it's Final Fantasy XIV. I don't remember the game. I don't play MMOs. Oh, guess we're doing this. That's why we don't do that. That's literally the first time I attempted that. You gotta bounce off and go to the thing. But I was watching a video from Never Knows Best, I believe is the guy's name. He's done a few video essays. Well, he's done a lot of video essays, but I quite like them. They're nice to listen to whilst animating. Got some long ones, too, so you can really turn them on and then not have to worry about finding anything else to fill the silence so you don't go insane. Which is a problem I have. Because sometimes... I'll get back to the I'm going on tangents and on tangents here, but sometimes I'll get into like a thing where I'll pick just a bunch of songs on YouTube. I won't make a playlist of like normal songs to listen to, despite the fact that I seemingly... Wow, how did I manage that? I seemingly pick like a song or maybe 3 songs a week that I like listening to and then stop listening to. So I'll listen to like the same songs over and over again, but I won't put them into a playlist. So I've... Always when you make contact with enemies, it really sinks you. But I essentially... The time in which I'll spend finding something to listen to, or like a song to listen to, will eventually grow to the point where it's eaten up a decent chunk of like the time I would spend drawing. So it's like if you're downloading multiple small files, it'll take more time than downloading one massive file, because it's got to stop and start over and over again. So it's better to have like a really long thing that you don't have to alt-tab and find a new thing to listen to. Whatever, use the thing. I'm sick of having died to enemies. But, this particular video, he mentions a boss. Or he mentions the fact that the difficulty is being made easier to accommodate recently joining players. Which means that, like, the first dungeon is so ridiculously easy that you can kill the boss before the rest of their theme plays. Which he says is a real shame because it's a good theme, and I remember it being so, because to like hammer the point home, he played the theme. Yeah, that's what you're meant to do. Not even halfway there. Something I cut, like... all the footage last episode. So there wasn't any audio of me playing. But as soon as we got to the skyline, and you could see the stars, and I was tempted to do this earlier, I did a sales pitch as Upname. Because seeing stars, why don't you see our glorious selection of Upname Incorporated products? And I have no idea what it is about climbing games, or just climbing in general. Because all the bets I've done that have something to do with climbing, I seemingly bring Upname out. I don't know what it is about climbing that just makes me jump to use him. I mean, with this it's like, because you see stars. And I needed something to latch onto that was not this. And he's got like a star motif in his costume. But if you go to the very first Minecraft Story Mode bet, the White Knuckle demo, there's like I don't know if it's an hour, but probably 40 minutes where I'm in some delusional state and pretending to be Upname. And I'm trying to, like, pitch getting me out of the situation I'm in to, I don't know, the viewer. And I did that here. I didn't do, like, not to that extent. But it says that it's said earlier, like the... Oh, I don't think that would have saved me. But I'm tempted to use this. Okay, let's get that off so we don't accidentally use it. Because it'll send us down if an enemy is located below us. I do think as we get to the top, the time spent running to that opening might negate the... Einstein. Might negate the boost that the plume gives us. Yeah, when they're down, that's why this one's such an asshole, because you can go off screen. I'd like to get to the stars this attempt. Hell, I'd like to win, but I mean, I know I might not. I know I can get back to the skyline, though. I'm always... I didn't even activate the thing. I'm always so hesitant to utilize the slash when I see it, because I'm not sure if it's going to send me up or down, but it's good to... for it to send you down if it's on an enemy. Because you bounce off them, you get the height back. So it's like this, it's fine. Except that guy, because he dies in one hit. See if we can't... Yeah! That one, you just get kind of in like a loop of panicking. Then you run this way. I apologize for the silence! I had to jump up there, then dash on the squid. Well, jellyfish, but whatever. That was just absolute. That was just embarrassing. What the hell? Every time I try and do one of these, like, it's a full episode where, oh, we're doing nothing but fighting the boss, or we're doing nothing but doing this annoying platforming challenge. We get worse and worse as the episode goes along. I don't know, I get more tired. The fatigue grows. I mean, with this, I'm hungry. I'll go have lunch after this. But always odd. I'm not surprised that, like, the first batch of attempts are the best ones. But is surprising just how worse the recent attempts are compared to the earlier ones, not the later ones. These are the later ones. I wonder if using the Phantom Strike actually helps with that one, I'm realizing. And this one. Really, anywhere there's just like... The thing is get past some dirt to get to an enemy. I think that they should have set traps, I'll call them. And I don't mean it should be one thing that you can, like, learn and master. Should have done the... I should have done it there, frankly. I mean that they should have... Similar to, the only thing I can think of that comes to mind is Nightmare King Grimm. Or really just Troop Master Grimm from Hollow Knight. At the 25, 50, and 75% health marks, he has a specific attack that he does. Which, oh my god. Anyway. Which lets you know, because the bosses don't have health bars in that game, or visible health bars. Which lets you know you're near the end, and it really helps for Nightmare King Grimm, because he is an ordeal to get through. But it's like you're almost there, keep going. And I know, there's a bar on the left side of the screen. But having some, like, I don't know, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at my guy running around, trying not to get zapped. So if there was like oh, I'm at this obstacle, I know I'm, like, I'm at the 50% mark. I don't know why I suck so much at that specific jump. But it's such a time sink to go the other route. Alright, I've been talking up this slash move, and I think that might be the way to go. I don't know how I just did that twice in a row. I mean, tapping it in quick succession, but I don't know how I'm gonna replicate that. You couldn't just get to the top, Spectre? Are you kidding me? You couldn't just walk, like, 3 more pixels? Lazy dumbass. Oh, that's what you're meant to do. Yeah, there we go. I think it's gonna go to this guy. Okay, cool. You can... Oh my god! But yes, it's a strategy that works. Let's try it out more. Certainly the way to go. Doesn't take him out. I mean, it's basically just 1 slash damage. Expecting it to start moving for some reason. And here's where we lose all the time that got us. I didn't do it in time. I didn't do it in time, and we saw the stars. Almost 40 minutes of this. Is it faster? Or more cost-effective, I wonder? Obviously it's faster, but... I'm not sure if the Reaper... is good for our bank. We're gonna have to do it to save ourselves here. Are you... What? He was right there! What do you mean there's no enemy on screen? We upgraded this? We have not upgraded that. Let's kill this guy. There's an extra slash. Saves us a lot of time and gives us some darkness back. Why not? I think the budget can allow for a slight... time sink. I mean, we can't really allow it for this guy. See that, folks? I'm learning. Come on, dude. I don't know. Didn't jump in time. Even then, I don't think it would have saved us. We were underneath the dirt. "40 minutes. 40 goddamn minutes. This is the last one. I have to go eat something. I haven't eaten today. You stupid ghost! You can't climb... That was the last one. We're not doing it anymore. Alright. I apologize that it ends in such an anticlimactic way, but I am hungry and I have to eat something. Well, I would like to try again. I also would really much not like to try ever again. So I don't know. I'll think it over. Maybe we'll actually make some progress in the story next episode, and I can do this after we've finished the game. Whatever. Thank you for watching, especially if you've made it this far, and goodbye.